Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session, RDA, and special city council meeting that took place on Tuesday, April 12, 2022. In the work session, the council had a discussion with Mayor Mike Caldwell and Fire Chief Mike Matthew. Chief Matthew shared water restrictions for the city will begin on June 1st, the earliest time that such restrictions are legally allowed. More information regarding the restrictions will be presented when the time comes. Chief Matthew also recapped the city's response to COVID and how the state was recognized for the way it responded to the pandemic. The chief then highlighted the challenge of hiring and retaining firefighters to Ogden City and hopes the recent salary schedule, budget amendment, and upcoming budget proposal will help address the issue. The council then reviewed and discussed the Business Depot Ogden 2021 annual report provided by representatives from the Community and Economic Development Department and the Boyer Company. The highlights of the report include the following. The companies at BDO provide a combined total of more than 6,500 jobs to the area's economy. The total developed area at BDO is more than 389 acres, and the buildings are at 99% capacity. Based on the original projections, development is 31 years ahead of schedule. Approximately $3 million was spent on capital improvement projects, including road projects, landscaping and beautification, infrastructure for new development, railroad improvements, and annual street maintenance. New tenants in the BDO include Thermo Fisher, FedEx, and Northrop Grumman. No action will be taken on this item. The council then reviewed amendments to the annual action plan. The proposed amendment specifically addresses the allocation plan for $1,652,923 of grant funds related to the Home Investment Partnership American Rescue Plan program. The funding related to this grant has significant restrictions placed on it and may only be used for specific purposes related to addressing homelessness. As per the city's 5-year consolidated plan, the city itself does not administer any programs related to homelessness or homelessness prevention. Ogden City, however, is a partner with Weber County, and other agencies do deal specifically with homelessness issues. The Home ARP funding can only be used to serve individuals that meet one of the following definitions as defined by HUD: homeless, at risk of homelessness, fleeing or attempting to flee domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking. Other populations include specifically where providing supportive services or assistance would prevent the family's homelessness or would serve those with the greatest risk of housing instability. The proposal is for the city to publish requests for proposals to partners with organizations that provide the services that would qualify for the Home ARP grant funding. Ogden City Community Development staff performed outreach and consulted with the providers of said services to determine where the funding may be most beneficial. The proposal includes $464,000 for supportive services, $940,984.55 for tenant-based rental assistance, and $247,938.45 for administration and planning. This will be considered by the council on June 14, 2022. The council then reviewed the fiscal year 2023 annual action plan. Fiscal year 23 is the third year of the 5-year consolidated plan period. The 5-year con plan identifies the city's priority objectives for the use of federal grant funding for that period. In each of the 5 annual action plans for the con plan period, the programs the city has adopted are analyzed based on the priority objective on which the program is based. Anticipated goals and achievements as well as funding levels are assigned to each priority objective and associated program. The annual action plan budget consists of entitlement funding, program income funds, and carryover funds, as well as the administration's proposal on how those funds will be expended throughout the next fiscal year. A complete breakdown of these fund sources and proposed uses can be found in the packet information on our website. This will be considered by the council on June 14, 2022. The council then reviewed a proposed boundary line adjustment between the cities of Ogden and North Ogden. A developer is proposing to build a 142-unit apartment complex near Ogden's border with North Ogden City at approximately 1514 North Washington Boulevard. The developer would like to build on properties on both sides of the city boundaries, but doing so would result in an inconsistent development. Developing in 2 different cities would mean having to gain separate approvals for site plans, permits, 2 different utility providers, and separate fire and police services. In order to maintain consistency across the development, North Ogden City has requested to adjust city boundaries with Ogden and absorb approximately 1.6 acres from Ogden. If the council desires to adjust municipal boundaries, then a resolution must be passed stating an intent to act. After passing a resolution and following a 60-day protest period, the council may adopt an ordinance approving the boundary adjustment. North Ogden City must follow through with the same process in order to finalize the boundary adjustment. The council expressed interest in discussing the issue further and will do so in an upcoming work session before it is scheduled for consideration. In the redevelopment agency meeting, the council received the fiscal year 2021 RDA annual report for review. CED Deputy Director Brandon Cooper presented a summary of the report, which included the completion of the Dumke Arts Plaza and projects in the works at Capitol Square, Wonder Block, and the Union Station Campus Master Plan. The report highlighted the expected timelines for expiration of the 14 project areas. All project areas and their information can be found in the packet information on our website. In the special city council meeting via common consent, the appointment of Richard Armstrong to the Christmas Village Committee was approved. The reappointments of Ernie Terrasas, Nick Morris, Diana Miser, Bonnie Baird, Cindy Hellewell, Sandra Tuck, and Judy Cully to the Christmas Village Committee were also approved. The council then adjourned into a closed executive session. The entire recording for the meetings of April 12th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.